Hey everybody, we're back again for another part of Kingdom Hearts, and right now we got ourselves a pretty sweet view of the whole town, but we are going to turn around here and we are going to ring the bell. First though, and here's Sora. So, ring the bell 3 times to unleash your fate. The whole fire bit there is like, it is pretty hellish, you know, you'd think it's gonna happen. And I just sort of love that with the keyholes, the fact that they have sort of rare locations with some of them, like the fact that the one at Wonderland was with the actual keyhole, talking keyhole, and the fact that this one's the fountain near the first area you enter. So I like that kind of bit of the aspect that has some bits hiding there. Some of them. Let's go then. Let's go down and open it up then. Or close it actually. So we're not opening them, we're closing them. Oh, hello. Look who's back. Yeah, back for round 2, buddy. Alright then. Don't worry, I'm sure you got the same old tricks as before. You ain't gonna pull any new ones out of your ass. Oh, to be fair, you don't really have an ass, per se. It's kind of weird thinking, like, are they actually, are all the pieces supposed to be one Heartless, or is it just one of himself? Ooh, what we got going on? I got a new trick. Here it is. Yep. Bet you didn't know I could do a handstand. Also, I have eyes under here. So, not too bad of a fight this one. Yeah. Pretty sure it's pretty much the same as before, really, just destroy his pieces, no biggie really. I mean, there's a bit towards the end where he pulls out some pretty powerful moves, but nothing too hard to take down. And let's see. Getting a little too confined right now, I've noticed. Damn it, I gotta remember to switch Cure over to one of the quick moves, because that'll definitely be one of those things where you'll need it quite important in some desperate moments. Oh god, are you dead already, Donald? Jesus. There we go, come on, don't destroy one of these pieces. There we go. Let's get those bubbles up. We don't have to use any potions or use any magic points. And Goofy, you're dead as well. Hoo-hoo. Dodge that. Can you actually run away from this fight, I wonder? I'm just gonna test it out a bit. I'm just gonna... Ooh. I'm just kind of curious to know, because there's obviously some fights where they make it establish that, okay, you can't leave. Maybe I can, maybe I can't, I don't know. Because I know for like something like the fight with Clayton, you could run away to start off with, and later. So didn't it show a bit weird? Alright, I'm gonna heal myself before. Kind of curious to know what people's kind of thoughts on the whole fact that they switched the MP, the fact that the MP bar goes from, you know, having segments to it to basically being one large bar that will end up regenerating itself once you've emptied it out. Because on the one hand, like I said, the MP bar is kind of one of those things where it's a lot more RPG-like in this first one, because of the fact that you're essentially having to go on the offensive. If you want to get your magic points back, you either have to attack enough so that way the bar goes gets you more MP back, or if you're obviously if you drink a potion or the like. So I don't think which fight it is where they just completely drain all your MP at random. I remember that being something that was super annoying all the time. You'd be like, here, I got all my MP charged right up, and then it'd be like, and now I'm going to nick all of it for you. Glad that the red zone is just in an actual bit on the bar rather than it being a percentage of your health, because if it was like when it started out at the very beginning of the game where if you lose 50%, it goes to shit. Alright, come on. One hand and an arm down. Or what, one hand and a leg down, I guess. Damn it! Go away. Yeah, very handy now that we've got Cure on our side. So there's a lot of money on potions. Oh yeah, we're actually almost done as well. I'm killing him actually. Keep forgetting we've got Scan now. It's very handy that we've got that with us, because we can tell in this fight, we can actually tell which one we want to go for first. Come on, stay still for 1 bloody second. Can I summon? I'm gonna summon just to make this a bit more entertaining. Hoo-hoo! Bring out the king! Which I'm pretty sure is going to waste all my MP, but we're close enough. Damn it. Damn it. Did you even do anything? I'm going to go ahead and say no. I'm also kind of curious to know what people are going to think about the fact that, obviously in this game, summons are charged up through your magic points, but as we know, we get the drive gauge in the second game, which we'll obviously use for both summons and the newly introduced drive forms. Alright, almost done. Well, one more combo. Go. One of those things where if I had block right now, I'm pretty sure I could like blast these back at him, I want to say. There we go. Now stay dead. There we go. And I managed to do that in decent enough time. What are you looking at? And we've got wind, we've got arrow now. Yeah, so arrows are pretty handy tool to have around, though I'd say I use it a few times, stuff like that. Definitely when it comes to some more heated fights, you know. I think it's quite a handy one for one that you have later in the game. There we go. And all is at peace with this world. Just kidding. And we got ourselves another gummy piece to get us the hell out of here. And I'm gonna try and see if I can grab that chest. Ooh, now that to me. Heartless around. Jump on, and there we go. Should mention I ended up picking up a few, speak of the devil, but I picked up a few postcards in between, so I've got an extra 4 to hand in, so we'll go ahead and talk to Sid first, and then we'll post those away. Hey now, that was quick. Now, you know, I'm in the gummy block business. Working on your gummy ship sure was great. Come again and I'll give you a big discount. Go ahead, take it. It's a special giveaway. Hey, I got another. Hey, you got another navigation gummy there? I'll bet you want to install it. Yeah, please. Looks like this is another one of those blocks that come in the set. You gotta find the mate to this one. So I want to say that I want to say you can actually go back, you can just go on the ship right as soon as there, you don't actually have to unlock this world, but it's one of those things because of the set, you've got to come back to him later, so... anyway, oh sorry, I forgot about the letters almost. So let's go ahead and do that then. We're okay for... There we go. Send one postcard. Did I not send any of the previous ones? However, second one there. Third, Mega Potion. Fourth, Mega Ether. Fifth, Mithril. You're full of surprises, Master Baggins. So we got like 6 out of that. I want to remember whether you have... I think I remember one of them's up in the synthesizer room, so it's going to be a while until we get the full set. And I want to say we also need Glide to help us out. When the bell tolls. When there's a tournament being held at the Coliseum, which... I probably won't bore you with all that with me playing it, the tournament, just because, you know, you've got to sit through it all and stuff, but especially this one, considering there's no real interesting thing at the end of it, but we will go ahead anyway, and we'll skip right to the next world, and there's a very likely chance I'll end up playing the, I'll end up competing in the tournament during mid parts. As to some of the other things that turn up in the tournament, particularly the things that happen at the very end, will I try have a go on not really on camera, but being recorded to have a go at that? Answer is maybe, I'd say, because, well, let's be honest here, it's enough pressure enough already when you're having to chat and play a game at the same time. It's another thing entirely when you're having to fight one of the hardest boss fights in video games in front of everyone. And I'm sure there are some people out there who are saying that, oh come on, Sephiroth's not that hard and stuff like that, which I'll say right now, like from what I've heard, the fight with him is even harder on the final mix version because there's no cooldown time for some of his abilities, so he ends up basically just firing asteroids at you at rapid speed. So you go into another dimension, man. But yeah, I might have a go at it on camera, but don't guarantee a victory. You know, for all I know, I might even. Ooh. In these though, These remind me of Polygon Man at all, the PlayStation mascot, who was also a boss in, sort of head boss in PlayStation All Stars. Does he remind you of that to you? Could just be me, you know. Ooh, nice. Leather's douche. There are some cool design ships, I will say, for the gummy blocks. Like, they're not all just so polygonal. Really hoping one of these ones are going to give me some jet stuff soon. Damn it. Oh crap, did I... Oh damn it. Well, that was stupid of me. Let's try that again then. That's what I would do when you just go straight for it. I think last time I played this game I managed to get through pretty much at least to the last route in using just the kingdom, the standard kingdom ship. So would very much like this to be go quick because, you know, we got ourselves another world, and I'd say it's a pretty good one we got next. You know, slightly lengthy, I'd say. It's definitely one of those things where I feel like they're lengthy, and then when I play them, they're just like, oh, okay, that went by quickly. Like the Deep Jungle one actually went by quicker than I remember. I think that's mostly just because people had trouble with the vines, and also the final boss with Clayton actually went by pretty quickly. Whereas, remember the first time I did it, took quite a while to do it, but then again, I ended up playing that right after I did the Colosseum, which I remember I didn't even complete the Colosseum when I first time I did it. I just went right for I think I stopped at one point during the tournament and just said, oh, I'm just going to move to the next world, and yeah, it took me a while to kind of have that done. Alright, let's get it right this time. And here I like when they have the music go super speedy for when you're in the more extreme zones. Alright, come on, destroy. Damn it, want that good pieces. Want some good rare pieces. Get the big meaty ones at the end. There we go, and we got just a simple arrow G out of it. Alright, come on, let us out. Here we go. And the music's changing. I'm really looking forward to seeing how what kind of music they've changed a bit in the well, I guess we're not really changed, but they've updated for Kingdom Hearts 3, and because I'm sure you know, obviously it's been a long time since we've waited for the game, and that'll be pretty fun to listen to. Hearing that new version. There we go. Not too long. But yeah, I will say from what the music I've seen from most of the bits of the game, it seemed alright, you know. Like the fact that Toy Story World has actually got the actual Toy Story kind of theme to it. But I will say the main theme is definitely a problem for Kingdom Hearts 3, because something about it just feels very, very off for me, and I really, really want them to just... I would love it, honestly, if they just went back and redid it, because everything about it just feels really offbeat, in my opinion. Here we are, Agrabah. Jafar, get a grip.
I looked everywhere for Jasmine. She disappeared like magic.
The girl is more trouble than she's worth.
You said you had things under control.
Agrabah is full of
She's not.
holes for rats to hide in.
But she's not very hot, Melissa Van, and there's like, oh god, I can't take this heat. So yeah, I'll definitely say with Agrabah, I really want them, I would really like to see it again, just because I want to see Agrabah when there's actually people around it, because but when you're not in this actual Agrabah city itself, it's pretty alright, but when you're here, it just... I understand for the reason for this one makes sense, is because the whole city's kind of been, I guess, kind of imprisoned or evacuated and stuff, I'm not too sure. You know, so...
Don't steep yourself in darkness too long. The heartless consume the careless.
Yeah, try not to eat your own words later in the game.
Your concern is touching, but hardly necessary.
Huh, it's a good thing they didn't want any melons. It is weird comparing the first one in terms of the first and second game in terms of cutscenes, because how games like this one just kind of drop you, like this level going to just like drop you in right away. It's like, okay, we're here, let's do whatever, go find something, you know. They don't set up and say, okay, we've got to go here and find this, you know. And again, it's kind of a case of what you prefer, really. I guess, like I said, in the whole kind of looking around to find thing is very classic RPG-like, in my opinion. Which, I don't know. Like I said, I preferred Kingdom Hearts 2, but I feel like not in the case of things like exploration and stuff, more than just the fact that the combat's a bit more fluid and a bit more design choices in it that I just prefer. Alright, I'm gonna really need to... There. Alright, I'm gonna really need to... I'm gonna really need to customize my things. Here we go, so... guess we'll put... I want to put X down as cure, just because that makes sense. And yeah, that'll do for now. I probably should have swapped Blizzard for Thunder.
Who's there? Hello?
I'm trying to be like Solid Snake. It's a Sultan of Agrabah. Who are you, peasants? Jafar? You haven't heard of him? Nah, we're not from around here. We're invading your country, you see. Escape, but he helped me. Jeff. Who helped you? We were hiding nearby, but he left a while ago to take care of something. Oh, I hope Aladdin's alright.
Aladdin? Where might I find this street rat?
I care deeply about where he is, for some reason.
Jasmine.
Despite him
Allow
being
me
not
to find
seen as
you
a
more
threat
suitable
just as yet.
company, my dear princess. These little rats.
Do you think my
won't
beard
do
is evil
this.
enough?
Jasmine, run!
Ah, the boy who holds the key.
Key. Did you change your key? That looks slightly different than what we were told you'd have. I do like the fact as well that all these allies of yours apparently have these other key things around, and it's kind of like, you think you'd ask yourself, so where exactly did you guys have that, and why did you not give it to us much earlier? So, I guess we're just gonna look around somewhere, maybe? Alright, let's go ahead and... Alright, let us open the door, perhaps. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Did we get an AP booster on one of our boss fights? Well, a boss fight then? Because I'm thinking if so, then... if I take off Stun Impact, then I can put on Ripple Drive instead. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And let's unlock that. Let's jump up here. Boop. Boop. It could be a case that maybe it was the people are hiding inside. So I'm trying to think of like other... If we're going to have more NPCs and locations now, I'm trying to think of like which ones would also be kind of good to see around. I've also mentioned before how I'd like to see Halloween Town also back again, just because I think that'd be kind of cool to see a bit more busy with more Halloween Town characters about. Let's head up this pole. It's hard to say, locations like Wonderland aren't exactly filled with people everywhere. Sensigy. I don't know. Looks like he might strangle us in our sleep. Does make you wonder where, how Carpet exactly got here and just, you know, got himself stuck under there, because well, what we're told later, he apparently came from the Cave of Wonders and where Aladdin found him, and yet he let him go and then said, sure, go ahead. Also, go find, you know, go wait for me at my house and try not to get stuck under any cupboards. So we should have... Oh, damn it. There we go, got a Mega Potion. Could have sworn there was a shop here. Or is it in another house? Let me get the chest. Alright, we need to use the Yellow Trinity, of course, to get that. Where was it? Never mind, we'll catch it later. I do want to get that chest up there, just because it does seem like it is valuable. Not this one, the other blue one over here. We've got 5 minutes as well, so we'll quickly grab it and then we'll head off to the desert where I'm sure we'll find some new friends. We need to get up there to get that, which we can't do unless we open that gate. So we're going to go to the desert right away and ignore that chest for now. Sup? I like the way in the film how they managed to put so much personality behind Carpet. You know, that's definitely one of the big achievements I feel like in the first in Aladdin series in general. I'm kind of curious to know if, what are your thoughts on the actual Aladdin series that came out on Disney? Because I would say I didn't watch it as much as I did with something like Hercules or Tarzan. Had some good episodes here and there and stuff. I think wise though, like it's kind of weird because it wouldn't always stick to like Arabian lore though, unlike something like Hercules, which would only occasionally slip to other mythologies now and then. I can't really tell if any of the legends were actually just truth ones or made up ones. Didn't have an epic narrator at the beginning of every episode saying, "Legend speaks of a, tomb of a giant gargoyle that, I don't know, will give you candy if you." Okay, I don't know.
Genie, get rid of these guys!
Genie, waste one of my wishes right off the bat.
Wish number 1 coming right up!
Coming right up for you, Al.
I see. Thanks, Sora.
Aladdin, what are you doing out here?
I see. Oh, thanks for telling me your life
Same old
story,
stuff,
Sora.
Hunting legendary treasure. Just paid a visit to the Cave of Wonders. I found that magic carpet. And this lamp.
Who I just sent home, apparently.
Legend has it that whoever holds the lamp can summon
Please, kid, leave the intros to a professional. The one and only.
Please, kid, let me hog the camera for once.
Rub the lamp and have your dearest wishes granted. His winner is Aladdin. Congratulations.
Aladdin what?
Patience, my fine feathered friend. Any 3 wishes.
I'm just gonna let this roll.
1 wish, a 2 wish, a 3 wish. Then I make like a banana and seal it. Our lucky winner made his first wish.
And let me tell you what a doozy that wish was.
Of course. I love the fact even he acknowledges how kind of stupid it was to waste a wish right away.
Wish number 2.
How about making me a fabulously wealthy prince?
Whoa! Money, royalty, fame! Why didn't I do that? Okay, you asked for it. 100 servants and 100 camels loaded with gold. Just say the word and I'll deliver it in 30 minutes or less, or your meal's free. Hey, I'll even throw in a cappuccino.
No thanks.
Okay.
I think I'll put that on.
Yeah, God. I'll say this, like, I'll admit, Dan Castellaneta, he's...
You see,
it's definitely hard to replicate kind of the feel of, the magic of Robin Williams, but I still think he does a good job, and, for someone who is best known for playing Homer Simpson and stuff, I think he does good at, managing to... I mean, it's definitely one of those things where if you put the two of them together, it's like, okay, it's not exactly hard to hear the difference, it's not like Jim Cummings replacing Jeremy Irons for the singing roles in The Lion King, but we'll go for Aladdin. We'll swap him with Donald. Sorry, no, it's swap Goofy with Donald. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, it's not exactly that easy of a transition, but I still think, he does pretty well enough and stuff, and I think it's partly also down to the energy as well that he brings to the role.
Fresh air, the great outdoors.
I think it's also this part because
Comes with a job.
I want to say, like, yeah, obviously you can sort of, it's funny comparing the fact that you had Robin Williams in the first film, Dan Castellaneta in the Return of Jafar, and they brought Robin Williams back for the third movie, King of Thieves, and how in the King of Thieves one they just like went totally overboard with all the references, so
You do that?
all the references to pop culture characters all the
It's a
time.
promise. After we help Jasmine.
Another little eye turn just like this. It's like, what? You do that for me? Alright, so we are almost at our time right now, so we've thankfully managed a bit of progress through that. We got through one whole boss and got to a whole new world. As to how far we'll get for the next one, pretty sure I want to say maybe we'll get to the end of it, possibly maybe, but we'll see how that goes. Let's just defeat these guys quickly. Let's delete it and then we shall. Alrighty then, so there we go. We'll continue Sora's adventures in Agrabah with Aladdin, and we'll catch you all tomorrow then. Thank you all once again, and I'll be seeing you around.